All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a Houston Rocket pregame video. They play the Utah Jazz in just a couple of hours. I don't think I will be live for the game because the Packers play the Cardinals tonight. Pretty huge game, and yeah, I think I might take a night off of basketball. I'm not quite sure yet because this is a really good game. Utah is coming home to Houston. They are one of the only three undefeated teams in the NBA right now at 3-0. Houston coming off a pretty, honestly, man, it was a depressing loss. That's what I'll tell you. It was a depressing loss against Dallas. And you know what? It was a depressing loss against Boston, too. I mean, both of them were losses by 10 points. For a majority of both of those games, I feel like the Rockets were the better team. They were playing the better basketball game. And then, I mean, typically what happens with this Raptors unit is you get to like the third quarter, and once the starters come out of the game in the third quarter, that's usually when the game goes to absolute shit. And that happened last year too. So first off, welcome back to the channel. If you guys enjoy it, hit the like button, hit that sub button. I post NBA videos every single day. Man, this one's gonna be tough because Houston goes on a little bit of a stretch here. They got Utah tonight, and then on Sunday night, Halloween, which is going to be so fun to watch, actually. I will be live for this game. Houston at Lakers. Then on Tuesday, you have Houston at Lakers again, which I don't know if it's just me, but I swear every game the Lakers play is at home. I swear every game they play is at home. I don't have any complaints, though. I love the Staples Center, and honestly, like 2 games at Los Angeles, like that sounds pretty fun to me. The downside is you're playing 2 games at Los Angeles. However, they did just lose to the Oklahoma City Thunder last night, and I believe it was OKC's biggest deficit or biggest comeback in the history of their franchise. But then next Thursday you go at Phoenix, and then next Saturday you go at Denver, and then back-to-back at Golden State, and then we kind of get back to a more even keel kind of schedule. But we do have the next 6 games are against, I mean, playoff teams, like literal championship contenders for this upcoming season. So this is a pivotal game because if the next 6 are huge, like tough games, I would love to go 2-4, which, I mean, honestly really sucks because then we would be 3-7 after our first 10. But hey, I mean, 3-7's comebackable as long as we're not 1-9. Cannot be 1-9. Honestly, I don't really want to be 2-8 either. I know Toronto has had some success. I know Toronto was like 2-8 last year. They came back to like the 4th seed, and then COVID and injuries hit them. But I don't know, man. This is going to be a tough game, but luckily they're at home. Bogdanovich is a game time decision with an illness. By the time you watch this video, you might have an idea of that. Eric Pascal, he is also a game time decision. And then Rudy Gay, he is not expected to be back tonight. Hassan Whiteside's done a phenomenal job in playing behind him, though. So when Rudy Gay comes back, Utah's going to have an even better team. But for right now, they're going to be without Rudy Gay. John Wall, he is still not going to play. This sucks, dude, because there's been videos of John Wall, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I think it was yesterday. The Rockets did a veteran, after their practice, they did like one-on-ones. It was veterans versus rookies, shirts versus skins, and you have Jalen Green going against John Wall. And I mean, it's just cool. Like, John Wall is a good basketball player. He's a 20-7 guy last season. I know for a fact he would only help Houston win right now. I think if he was on this Houston team, I think they would be 2-2 pretty easily. Like, I honestly, just pretty easily, I think they would be 2-2. John Wall's a closer. I love KPJ, but he's not going to turn the ball over 9 times. He's not going to turn the ball over 7 times. I'm pretty sure KPJ is averaging more turnovers than assists right now. You wouldn't be getting that with John Wall, and it sucks, man, because I know, like, a game like this is exactly when you want to have a guy like John Wall. Like, Eric Gordon, especially in that last game against the Dallas Mavericks, he was huge, man. He had 20-plus points. He had 3 threes. He had a couple of, or maybe he had 5 threes. He had a couple of nice assists, a couple of defensive plays. Like, so Eric Gordon in the last game is just, whenever the ball was in Eric Gordon's hand, I was like, yes, yes, yes. And he was even taking some crazy shots. Like, he was taking way too deep threes, and they went in the second half. Like, third quarter specifically, Eric Gordon took 2 super deep threes that went in and still gave the Rockets a chance while they were trying to beat that crazy run or that offensive drought that really they were going on. So no John Wall tonight, and then no Daniel House Jr. He's expected to be out until at least Sunday against the Lakers. So Daniel House Jr., that's a little bit more difficult because last game he scored 8 points in 9 minutes on 100% shooting. So Daniel House Jr. had a great game. It looked like maybe he's about to start demonstrating some value. Nope, not anymore. He's got a foot ankle injury. So looking at this Utah Jazz squad, they're really good, man. Like, straight up, to just be straight up with you, they're really freaking good. Their leaders right now are Donovan Mitchell with 22. This is what'll get you, man. Rudy Gobert right now is averaging 19 turnovers, 19 rebounds per game. 19 rebounds. I mean, that's Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert, he looks like he is in the best shape he has ever been in. It looks like he's actually, he's entering his prime right now. It looks like he is actually, I was worried about him. Not necessarily worried about him, but I thought he was kind of on the decline as far as, like, defensive impact goes, especially, or even just impact goes, because offensively he wasn't doing too much, and defensively, by come the end of the season, he was just burnt out. Like, it was Rudy Gobert every single season. What would happen is they didn't have enough big men, they didn't have enough centers, or enough rotational pieces, or whatever it is, which is weird because Utah typically does. Like, they typically have an extremely deep bench, but I guess not at that center position. And what would happen is Rudy Gobert, you get to the first round of the playoffs, you can see he is on a decline. Then second round of the playoffs, you can see this team is just completely burnt out. And it's not just Rudy Gobert, it's Donovan Mitchell, it was Utah last year. They lost to the Kawhi-less Clippers in the second round. I mean, you can't let that happen, first of all. But Rudy Gobert right now, 19 points per game, 19 rebounds. He's going to be the player to watch out for tonight. Donovan Mitchell, obviously. Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, if they can find a way to limit those two guys, I mean, you might have a little bit more of a game here. Christian Wood on the season's averaging 21 points and 12 rebounds per game, so he's definitely going to do his best work on giving Rudy Gobert like a run for his money. Daniel Tice is going to give him a run for his money. This should be a good game to watch. Thankfully, I don't think Utah will run away with this. I think it'll be a close game come the end of the third quarter. Once the end of the third quarter comes in, I think the Rockets will go on a little bit of a scoring drought, or maybe Utah just gets hot, and then I think the fourth quarter will pretty much just be, I'm sure there will be a little bit small of a comeback, but I'm sure it'll be another like 10-ish point loss tonight for Houston. If I was a betting man, that's what I would do. However, my gut's actually telling me that they'll win this game somehow. I don't know how they'll win the game. It starts with Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., and Christian Wood. If they want to win this game tonight, those three players are going to have to show up efficient. So that's it for today. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you enjoyed. I also have a daily Houston Rocket YouTube channel. Check the link in the bio if you want to check that out. That's it for me. Peace.